Welcome back to another episode of Toontalk TV, the number one animated podcast on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, be sure and like, follow, and subscribe so the people that pay us can pay us to make more of these episodes.
We need money.
We need money. And today, if you want to watch a couple of creators make some toilet wine, well, this is the episode for you.
Oh, yeah,
First,
me.
guys, before we get into this epic episode, Mick's got to get off the sauce, boys. Mick's been hitting it too hard.
Take
Have
it
you?
easy on the wine.
Been hitting it too hard. Too much wine.
You're a
Too much
wino
wine, got
now,
it.
huh?
Too much
I'm a
toilet wine.
wino now. Too much toilet wine. This mouse has had enough.
Are you
Gotta hang
thinking
up.
about quitting cold turkey, or are you just gonna moderately control
thinking about-
yourself, or what?
I think I'm
what's
going
going
to moderately control it and then throw in a little nose candy, if you know what I mean.
on? Yeah, dude, invite me, dude. I'm there.
Yeah. But no, we have a big episode, and I am going to let Fred take it away.
Holy crap! All right, this is a big episode. We have a guest today, and he's a big one. If you remember, Salad Fingers, the creator of Salad Fingers, David Firth. If you watch animation back in the day, this guy goes way back to the classics of online animation. He is, as far as creepy animation goes and underground animation goes, this guy is the king. Well, 5-6 months ago, I think, he put out a new show, and it's called Plastic Hand. I don't know if it's a pilot or just a short, but it was super, super creepy and right up his alley. So let me introduce you guys to Plastic Hand. What's
Plastic
going on?
Hand.
Plastic Hand. Plastic Hand. Plastic Hand.
Plastic can.
All
Plastic
right.
can.
Hey, so
I-
I have a million questions to ask this guy to get today, but I will let one of you guys go first. Do you guys have anything to ask him?
Okay, Plastic Can. I've been dying to ask you this question ever since watching this episode. Did Stuart's wife actually use you as a pleasure toy?
Yeah, tell us some more about that.
Plastic Hand,
Yeah.
I feel like you're glossing over a bunch of the details here, but we'll move along. Fred, give me your overall thoughts of this episode. Like, what was this a classic
David Firth.
episode? Was this a classic David Firth, or was it missing something?
Oh, you're talking to me. Wait, hang on.
Fred, get your finger out of your ass.
Yeah, dude. So, I thought that the writing on this, I feel like he is a grade A comedy writer. I feel like there was so many things in this that I just laughed my ass off. So, did you notice in the shoe store there was all the shoes were normal, and then there was just one giant clown shoe? Did any of you catch that?
That's hilarious.
And then when they're eating dinner, they're eating a giant bee or
Yeah,
a giant
that was
wasp
disgusting.
with
Like a wasp.
with the eggs.
Yeah, that
I
was
like
gross.
I like the Stewart's daughter's voice is just like the deepest, like.
How much he
And then
he
the fucking-
he he explains how she's moaning when she's pleasuring his wife's hand. He
Yeah.
goes way over the top with that.
Dude, and he's driving down the street, and he's like, "Oh, what a pretty woman! Shake it."
I wonder if he's this creepy in real life, or
He does Twitch streams. He's actually, dude. I think he's just a funny guy.
He's a handsome-looking gentleman.
It was funny.
And the I felt like this whole thing was ASMR. Like it was just quietly talking with like a nice
Even the
background
music.
soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
The music was by Locust Toy Box.
Very meditative.
I've never heard of them
It was
before,
very
but
cool.
yes, it really was. It was.
I'm gonna say my initial. Or no, go ahead.
No,
Fred.
no,
Keep
no,
going.
no. Keep going.
I'm gonna say first thoughts was obviously he has the unsettling factor dialed in like to 100 each time, and each time I watch these, they get weirder and weirder and make me like want to go take a shower afterwards all the time, which I think is a very hard thing in this industry to make your viewers feel something, and this guy has it dialed in where everyone that watches it, myself included, just get this unsettling feeling, kind of like that creepypasta stuff or moral oral. Just whenever you watch those things, Opal is another weird one. But the question for me is, boys, would you use a plastic hand as a pleasure toy if you got the chance?
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't know.
No,
Absolutely not.
that doesn't sound very pleasing.
It doesn't sound good at all, you know? Maybe if I was a woman.
Plastic hand is the savior. It is God. Those just moments like, yeah, the whole dinner scene was probably the one that I gravitate to the most, that I thought was like, wow, what's going on here?
You bring up a really good point with the getting you to feel something. I feel like in animation altogether, that's really difficult to do because everyone, as an artist or a sound designer or writer, like you want someone to feel something, but it takes a good piece of art to actually have someone feel awkward or something, because
Yeah.
that takes all the senses, and his ability to do this is really well done. I feel like
He's
we
master of
struggle
his
with
craft.
this.
Yeah,
we
I
struggle
was gonna
with
say
this a lot in
awkward
our.
is the best word to make you feel awkward in
Yeah.
a cartoon. It's difficult. You know what I mean? And to do it in a funny way, like sometimes you just fall flat on your face when you're trying to be awkward. It's like, ooh, that was it. It's almost that's cringe. But this was just awkward, and then you end up laughing after it was being so
Yeah.
awkward.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but usually when I watch these, I'm waiting for like some knife wielding creature to come up and just like start carving up something
Yes.
horrific to happen, and it
It
never
never does?
happens. It like
Yeah.
feels
You
like
know
it's
what's
building,
funny?
and never does.
A lot of tension.
I feel like
lot
this,
of tension.
This is more horror than Beacon. You know, I feel like
you know
because
what?
there's
I agree.
there's so much like it's more suspenseful. It's there's tension. You know, like we talked a little bit in the last episode about like it being graphic, like what makes a horror film, and is it just being graphic? But I feel like it's the feeling of tension and suspense and
Yeah.
oh God, what's coming type
More
thing.
so the tension than the release. That's why some people just go for that release and like the gore and the extra shit. But if you can just pull it out with and make it all tension with no relief, with no you know what film
Yeah.
did that? What's the we watched it at Mick's house. It's God, it's gonna kill me.
Terrifier too.
No. It's basically about a sexually transmitted disease that follows you. It follows.
It follows.
All
Yeah,
tension.
yeah.
All
Follows.
tension.
Yeah,
all
you're right.
No
Yeah,
All
you're
release.
tension.
That's a good horror film. That's a good horror film.
That makes a person go insane.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this one, guys. Final thoughts. David Firth, you did it again. Fred, Bob, what do we got?
Another classic.
Let's leave the final thoughts to Plastic Hand.
Oh yeah.
That's great. Before we do that, remember to like, follow, subscribe. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/wearethetelevision. Come back for another episode. Plastic Hand, take it away.
Well, that's pretty fucked up.
I don't know what just happened. I don't care anymore. All I know is my hands all bleed. We are the television.